That's right. I live next to a gangsta. He's a tequila gangsta. Yeah. And in reverence to him, I planted these beautiful tequila agaves. Look at that, huh? Yeah. So my neighbor Jose, you got to watch him now. He has you over, and oh man, you have a really good time. Then all of a sudden you wake up weird places, and you're like, "What am I doing here?" And you're like, "Wow, I have a headache," and all those things. But yeah. Anyway, it is kind of fun living next to someone with such bravado. Jose's a good guy. But anyway, yeah, so I've got the Agave tequilas here in reverence to my neighbor Jose. And I had a customer who wanted to buy some of these. He really loves the way they look, the big, beautiful, upright blue. And I came and showed him the ones I had in the back in the nursery. He's like, "You got anything bigger?" And I'm like, "Well, sort of. Let's go out to the corner." So anyway, he wants to buy 4 big ones from me. So I'm going to dig up this one, that one, and that one. And it'll be a bit of a interesting thing here. I'm going to trim them all up first. I'll show you the beautiful trim job you can give these plants, and they're going to be absolutely gorgeous when we're done. So it's going to take a little bit, but we'll get it done, and I'll show you what they're going to look like right when we're ready to pull them out. Let's go. Oh, I have a little assistance, actually. Yeah. And I'm going to be using my Sawzall to trim these things off. Be careful if you're going to do it yourself, because they are thorny. Yes, that's right. I'm panting like a dog on a hot day. So I got one out. That didn't take too long, but it was some work. Got the beautiful trim job, a lot like you do a canary palm, the little pina pineapple. And that's the smallest one. So the next ones are going to be a little bit more involved, so to speak. Now look, there's my customer. There he is, legendary Todd. Wait till you meet this guy. So Todd's my customer. He's standing over there. I'm not going to show him yet because it's going to be a big surprise. So Todd, everyone's going to wonder once they see you, how many hours a week do you need to devote to yourself to look as good as you?
Just one.
Just one. All right. Here's my new buddy, Todd. He's absolutely ripped. He walked up and he made me feel like a complete chubby loser. But he also inspired me to not be a chubby loser.
That's right.
So how often do you work out?
So you have to get tequila plants and drink tequila every day. Eat meat and drink tequila, and you'll be ripped.
Woo! All right, that's all it takes, people. You heard it here. So here's the thing. If you want to make your own tequila, I sell tequila plants. Tell me the crazy story of how you found me.
Oh, man.
Todd, you said you on the web or something?
Yeah, I was just looking for agave tequila plants, and I found you in Northern California.
Right.
And coincidentally, you were my next door neighbor.
I know, like what, 10 minutes away?
I almost didn't call. I literally almost didn't call.
I got to change my address. So little.
And even when I looked at the number, I said, Northern California, I'm not going to go all the way up.
I'm not going to call that bozo.
Yeah, so it's great. You're literally around the corner.
So little do Southern California people know, and there's a lot of them, is that I've been hiding out down here trying to not let anybody know I'm here because I don't have a lot of time to devote. But Todd seemed like a really cool guy when he called. He was desperate for these tequila agaves. I was
very thirsty.
He was thirsty, right?
And so my own, since my grandfather was a moonshiner.
Oh,
you hear the Southern accent, so that's where it comes from. It's in the blood.
It's all coming together.
It's in the blood.
So there's a bomb cyclone going on up north right now. And it's raining like 3 inches an hour in San Francisco. You wouldn't know that by looking around here, but I decided to stay down here about 4 more days. And I was not even supposed to be here when Todd called, but Todd called at the right opportune moment. Not only was I not in Northern California, I was 10 minutes from his house. We're digging these things up. And as I mentioned before, what's fun about this is that, when they come out of the ground, I can pop them out of the ground with my tractor. So I don't have to get in there with the thorns. I trim them up with the Sawzall to look super beautiful. But the cool thing is there's very few roots on this plant. Now, why is that important, Todd?
Because we want it easy.
We want it easy. Let's see what Todd. Let's see what Todd's planting them in. So if you were to buy a plant that big, it would be in a 24-inch box, huge box. This is what Todd's planting them in. And believe it or not, these big bad plants are going to fit in this little tiny container to no ill effect to the plant. And so if you have a small container, you're thirsty like Todd, and you want to look like Todd, eat meat and call me up, and we will set you up with some tequila plants. So you're going to know, you know how to mash this stuff down and cook it. You gotta cook it in a fire.
Yeah, you do the bark, don't you? Or
No, you do the whole heart.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. The pina. That's the pina, the pineapple. You got to cut all these fronds off, and every little thing, even the small one here, you can actually make tequila out of. The bigger, the better, because you get more yield. But you think someday you're going to do that? Make your own?
No.
Make your own. All right, now I'm going to get back to work, and I'm going to show you Todd driving away happily with his brand new tequila plants. Let's get to work.
And with the tequila plants, we're gonna coin a new drink. It's gonna be called a Toddarita.
A Toddarita. Nice. Love it. Let's go. All right, Todd. I might look kind of flimsy and kind of flabby. Let me show you what I can do with that. Yeah. One hand, baby. Curls. I'll do agave curls. Yeah. Well, not quite. Let's load it up. Come on. This thing's heavy. It's heavy. Heavy. Woo.
What effect on?
Todd, do you groan when you work out?
I don't.
I do.
I only groan when I
I don't want to hear.
when I sleep.
All right, Todd. So when you called me, how did you show me like what kind of plant you needed?
I sent you a picture.
Right. What did I say when I saw the picture?
You said you were thirsty.
I said, I know that taco bar.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
You sent me a photo of the plants in the pot.
Yeah.
I'll put a photo of this photo on the
Yeah,
web.
you did.
And I'm so good, people. I don't miss a single thing. I basically saw this and I was like, I know exactly where that is.
That's right.
That's the taco place over there on Highway 76. He's like,
That's right.
heck yeah, how did you know that?
Sea
Like,
Cafe South.
yeah, that's exactly
Cafe
right.
South,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can't get anything by Gringo Gary here. I can't tell which is prettier, the plant or the man. Tough call. It's the man, he says.
Yeah.
Okay, so Todd couldn't resist himself, and in addition to the big boys, he's like, I need more. So we got four of the smaller ones here that are actually generally for sale. Normally the big ones are not, but I guess I could sell anything, you know. Anyway, yeah, there we go. Todd's. Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Are you happy? Okay, good. Todd's happy, and he's got his plants, and he's heading down the road.
I
bet you will see more of Todd in the future.
I found a new hobby.
He's got a new hobby. All right, there you go. Todd, there's one more really important thing I forgot to tell you.
There's always one more.
There's always one more.
There's always one more.
There's always one more. So, here's the thing. These are edible.
Yes.
They're technically edible because you're going to mash these down. In fact, when you mash them down to make the tequila, you can, and you can't.
Why they call it mash?
Can't call it tequila. Yeah, you know that, mash.
Already
Can't call it tequila. Can't call it mezcal. Got to call it agave spirits from California.
Huh?
It's a long story. The mafia's got control over it. Anyway, Mexican mafia. But the good news is they're edible. You can even eat the stuff when you mash it down. It's super sweet. It's a beverage. So because it's edible, guess what? No sales tax.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that the greatest loophole the government left us? Yeah. All right, everybody. Realize anything that's edible, it's no sales tax. I love the government's great. Yeah, the government's great. Government's great when they do no sales tax. That's what I like. All right, last part of the video. Todd, you get a bonus. Get a bonus. Let's take it out in the light and I'll show you. Ready? Ho, ho, ho. What do you think?
Oh, those are like the
What's different?
10 of them that I put. Oh, it's a different one, isn't it?
What's different about it?
What is it?
It's got golden stripes on it.
What does that mean?
It's the variegated golden form. This is the special one. This is some of the first ones I have. I have like 8 of them. I gave you one of them because you bought so many.
No,
Isn't that cool? Look
Yeah.
at the stripes. When that lights up in the light and the sun's on it, it's really super beautiful. So we're going to start growing the variegated one too.
So I could put that on my sink, make a little deal, and
Exactly.
just start growing.
Yeah, there you go.
beautiful.
So everybody, we're going to have variegated agave, Tequilana. You can make tequila out of that too. Maybe it'll make you see stripes when you drink that.
That's
tequila.
right. And then when we make it, we're going to bring Gary over to the house, and he's going to show everybody step by step.
Yeah.
It's going to be wonderful.
All right.
It's going to be great.
All right. And there you go. You heard it here from San Diego, from Todd.